Greetings, everyone. So you have set up your zombie survival vehicle. You've made it. You have plugged in the sensors and the motors into the Cortex. So our next step will be to let Robot C program know what motors and what sensors we have set up. So what you want to do is open up Robot C. So find Robot C for Vex. Double click it open. Once it's opened, it's going to open up to a blank template. What we want to do is open up that testbed template. So you're going to go to File, Open Sample Program, and we saved our information on the desktop. So off to the side right here where it says Quick Access, you want to find Desktop. So click on Desktop. When you're in a desktop, you're going to look at your files and you're going to find the one that has your name, Robot C. So here's mine. And clicking on that, then you're going to hit Open. And we are going to look through the files, and you probably should only have one in there. And you're going to click on Testbed C. So click on that and open it up. And this is what you see. So double checking, when you went under robot, if you go down to platform type, everything already should be set up for you. The Vex 2.0 Cortex, the natural language being PLTW, that should be ready to go. And the communication mode should be at USB only. So we are good. So now our project title, we have testbed there. We're going to delete that out and you're going to write in zombie vehicle. Your name should be there. You can change the date, put in your table number. That should already be there. So right now we are going to let it know what motors we have and what sensors we put on our vehicle. So up at the top, you're going to see these little tabs right here. You're going to find the one that says motor and sensor setup right over here. Click on that. And if you look at the top, you're going to see where it says motors, analog, and digital, the three sections that are on our Cortex. So let's start with motors. So recalling, you remember that in port 1 of our motors, in port 1 we plugged in, I believe it was the right motor. So here's the thing. You always start with lowercase, and you can't put any spaces or any special characters, and you have to spell everything correct. So write R-I-G-H-T, motor, I'm going to put, remember, no spaces. So to symbolize a new word, I'm just going to capitalize capitalize the M for motor, O-T-O-R. So we put the right motor in port 1, and the motor type that we have is a Vex 393. So you're selecting Vex 393. Then you're going to go down to port 10, which is where we plugged in the left motor. So you're going to spell left, L-E-F-T. Can't have any spaces. You're going to do capital M-O-T-O-R. And again, it's a Vex 393 motor. All right. So let's go with, on the left motor, it's going to be reversed. So left motor will be our reverse motor. So whenever we want to go backwards, we're going to always hit the left motor. All right. I'm going to hit apply. Cool. So I also put in bumpers. So if I recall correctly, we put the bumpers, they have to go in digital because they're pretty much on and off. So up at the top, find digital, click on there. We put the right bump switch on digital 1. So R-I-G-H-T, no spaces, capital B-U-M-P. It's a touch switch, so you're going to select touch. So we have to touch it in order to make it go. And then our left bump switch is was plugged into digital 2. So L-E-F-T, capital B-U-M-P. And the type of switch, it's a touch. And again, I'm going to hit apply. Then we have sensors that are in the analog section. So these sensors have dials. They have different degrees. So just like a dimmer switch or a switch on a fan, you can go high and low. Analog sensors allow us to do that. So our potentiometer was plugged into analog 1. So potentiometer, in fact, it's a tough word to spell. If you go here under sensors, click potentiometer, and that'll help you to spell it. Remember lowercase, potentiometer. Make sure that you have spelled that correctly. Double checking, yep. And then in analog 2, we have the right line follower or line tracker. So I'm going to just call it right line track. Ooh, go back, right, R-I-G-H-T, capital L-I-N. And I'm just going to go with that. Instead of calling it tracker, I'm just going to go right line. And under sensor, that is a line follower. So you're going to click line follower, select that one. And in analog 3 was the left line follower. And under sensor, selecting the same thing, line follower. Hit apply. So now I've just let Robot C know what I have plugged into my Cortex. So the last thing that you need to do, you're going to go up at the top. Remember how we have all these files? Going to select compile program. Oop, forgot. Got to hit OK. Go down to the bottom, hit OK. Compile program. And you can see at the top, you can see everything I plugged in. So in analog 1 is potentiometer. Analog 2 is the right line follower. Analog 3, left line. Then I have digital, that's digtl 1, right bump. Digital 2, digtl, that's an L. 2, left bump. Everything's spelled correctly. And then motor port 1 is my right motor. Motor port 10 is my left motor. All right, so it is now time to save this. So you're going to go up to the top, File, Save As, and we are not calling it testbed, so it's zombie, Z-O-M-B-I-E, we'll call it zombie. Double check that you're saving it to the desktop, your Robot C folder, so desktop Robot C folder. If it's not there, select that on the side, and then hit save. All right, so we've done 2 major things. The next video will show you how to get that vehicle to actually move.